Do your speakers sound flat or flubby, maybe lacking definition, or just in general sound like crap? It could be something as simple as that your tweeters are bad. Here are a pair of JBL JRX200s. I actually picked these up from Goodwill for fairly cheap. Thought I had a really nice set of speakers, got them home, plugged them into my amp, and sure enough, they sound absolutely terrible. After doing a little bit of research, turns out that just the tweeters are bad. About 50 bucks a piece, got these things up and running, and they sound amazing. So today we're going to take a look at how we can tell and see if your tweeters are bad or not. Now, just so you can hear these things, I'm going to play a little bit of music, and I'm going to turn it up a little bit. You can see that it sounds okay. It's very bass heavy, but there's not much on the top end of the audio spectrum. So let me go ahead and play this, and we can see what we're getting here. Okay, now this is the other speaker that I've actually already fixed the tweeter in. I just replaced the driver and was able to use all the same plastics and everything else. Now I'm going to play the same song and we can actually tell the difference in sound here. And so you can see that sounds a whole lot better than the first one. So I'm going to take the first one apart. We're going to take the tweeter down to the lab and we'll see if we can figure out why it's not working. And once you get the tweeter out and the wires disconnected, this type just screws off. Now, I said the lab, but you really don't need a full electronics lab to do this. I brought it down here because this is where my nice multimeter is with these really long test leads. But really, you don't need that. All you really need is a handheld multimeter. You could use this one. This one actually came from Walmart, and I really like it. I've got some nice ones. I've got some really expensive handheld ones. I really end up using this one the most because it's cheap, and I don't really care if I blow it up. And I really do like the features that it comes with. You can even use one of these hateful things that come from Harbor Freight. All you really need to do is just set your multimeter to it's probably going to be the lowest setting in ohms. I've got it at 200 here, and again, if you're unfamiliar, that is the ohms symbol. Take your test leads and just place it across those two connectors. Now, I'm looking for about 4 to 8 ohms, and you can see I'm getting nothing there. It's wide open. So if I turn it all the way up, let's see if we can get anything out of it. And sure enough, we're not getting anything. So the coil inside of the speaker is completely separated or blown. There's no continuity at all across these two terminals. Now here's the replacement driver. This one came off of Amazon, most likely from China, and basically you just replace the original driver with this one, but you put it on the original magnet. Now you can get these, again this one's about $25. Now for about $50 you can go to JBL and you can actually get a completely replacement driver and magnet. Now I've done this, using JBL parts on the other one. I'm curious to see what the sound difference is between the reproduction driver and the genuine JBL one, but we'll have to see. Now as far as this one goes, again we're expecting anywhere between 4 and 8 ohms. Now when I take the new replacement driver and I test for the resistance there, we're getting just a little bit over 4 ohms, which is as expected. So I'm going to pop this off, put it on this old magnet, put it back in the speaker, and we'll get to see what it sounds like. Okay, so I have the new tweeter driver in there. Let's see how it sounds. And then maybe we can compare it to the other one, which is using JBL parts. And again, this one is using, the one that you're about to hear is using the reproduction part. So that sounds a whole lot better. If you're wondering, I don't even know if you can pick it up through the camera. It's very slight, but the JBL tweeter actually does sound a little bit better. The Chinese replacement from Amazon, which was half price, it sounds a little bit poppy in some scenarios, but so I guess it goes to show that you do get what you pay for. So if you're doing this on your set of JRX200 JBL speakers, make sure you get the good stuff. Hopefully this was informational to you guys, and thank you. Tune in for more.